Good morning, this is Sue Scheets, and I'm here to show you another technique using Brusho. First off, I'm using shimmery white cardstock. I don't think the shimmer shows, but if you get it in the right light, there are little sparkles on the cardstock, and it has kind of a finish on it that helps any kind of a technique where you need to use water. It helps that be more successful. I have my Brusho. Today I'm going to be using an acrylic block, and I'm also going to be using my aqua painter. The aqua painters, if you're not familiar with them, come in a pack of 2, and I love them. I use them an awful lot. So the first thing before we use the shimmery white paper, the first thing we're going to do is create a palette with our acrylic block. So you're going to take each one of the Brushos and tap it and just make a little section with that color. And you're going to go all the way down your block doing the same thing with each one of the 5 colors of Brusho that Stampin' Up! Provides right now. I'm loving Brusho, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe in a new catalog we'll have some other new colors. Now, did you know there's a place called the Sandbox, and people can put their own ideas for new things in the Sandbox, and that's one of the ones I think I'm going to put in today when I'm done with my video, is let's have some more Brusho colors. All right, now I lined them up in a special way because I kind of wanted the blue and the yellow next to each other in case they mixed a little bit, because then they could create a purple. All right, now you can see I've got my powdery Brusho all on spread out over my acrylic block, and now I'm going to take my aqua painter in each one of the colors and squeeze some water, where I'm actually going to be creating a palette of watercolor. And did you know that an easy way to clean Brusho, I'm going to get a scrap over here, your aqua painter, is to keep brushing it and until no water, until it comes out clear with no other color. All right, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go to the blue and do the same thing with the blue. Create a little puddle of blue. Clean that off. I'm trying to squeeze water out at the same time. See if that will make it a little bit easier to get the color out. I probably needed like a wet sponge or something too, because since I've got so much color. Here's the yellow. The yellow is the lightest color. I think I'm going to add a little bit more powder to that because it doesn't show up very much. Kind of made a greenish yellow color. There must have been some blue on here. And here is the red. Well, that's an ugly color. Goodness me, I'm going to have to shake some more red. Oh no. Oh, that's the moss green. That's why it looks like an ugly color. It's the green. And I've decided that the green is sort of like a camouflage green. And then here is the garbage, our orange. Okay, so once you have water and have liquefied all your powder, then you can create your design. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and create land, a sunset, and some water. I'm going to start with the water. So I'm going to take some blue and just, as I'm putting it on my paper, I'm squeezing some water out of my aqua painter, and I do not want this solid at all, because you know when you look at the water of a pond or the ocean, it's not all solid one color. You can keep dabbing off your palette if you want to get some more water in there. I kind of like that look. So now I'm going to get some green in there for the earth. Okay, and then now I'm going to work on the sunset. Now, my recollection of the sunset, it goes from dark to light. So I'm going to start with some of the red, and I'm going to try, and as you put it on there, if you get some more water out of your aqua painter with it, you can lighten it up a little bit. Then I'm going to put a little bit of orange, which was down here, in it, and try and blend them a little bit. And then go to my yellow, which was right in here. A little bit more orange in with the yellow. And that's kind of the look that I was looking for. So now what I've done with my Brusho and my aqua painter is I've created a background that now I can stamp on. And once it's dry, then I'm ready to stamp. I have a couple of samples that I can show you of things that I've done. So I thought the waterfront stamp set was perfect to stamp on top of the background. So I used the mountains and some trees and the sun. And I tried to stamp some water on here in blue and some stars on there in red, and they didn't work. So I've used silver embossing powder on the water, and I love it. It looks like the little sparkles you see on the water. And I've used gold embossing powder up in the sky to look like the stars coming out. Well, this was a little bit darker than I wanted, so I tried it again. And this time I used a lot of water as I put each color on here, and look at the difference. But look what a fun set of cards this might make. This could be your sunset. This could be your sunrise. So anyway, think about trying this technique with your Brusho, turning an acrylic block into a palette, making a really colorful background, and then stamping a design on top of it. Thanks for watching, and come back again next week because I have another technique to teach you with Brusho. Happy stamping!